Um, I I'm Harper. I had just finished 13 Reasons Why, um, which hit me in a very different way than I think it's been affecting most people. This year, I have had three people in my life I know commit suicide, and sitting through that was the most painful thing I had to do because I started to relive every single time I found out about the suicides. And I don't know, it's kind of crazy to think that every action you do can affect somebody, even if you don't think about it. And I'm not a perfect person, I don't think anybody is, but I think that show is so important for everybody to watch because it makes you think about life and everything. And on top of this all, I gave up social media for Lent, and Lent ends on Wednesday. Today's Sunday the 9th, I think. Social media is a big part of us not loving ourselves, and we have to love ourselves before we can love someone else, appreciate other people, and I don't. Everybody in today's society looks for other people's approvals. We look for the number of likes we get. We look for the number of the Snapchat views we get. We look for favorites and retweets and approval. And when we don't get the approval we want, we get sad. And being separated from that has made me be able to look inward on myself and realize all the things personally I've been doing wrong and all the things that I know I need to fix. And I've learned that you have to be able to know who you are and be okay with that and not need somebody else's approval. You kind of realize who your actual friends are in life when you are away from social media. Or we also go to social media to look for attention when we're sad and when we're reaching out but we don't want to ask somebody. That's what I'm trying to say. We turn to social media when we want someone to respond to us. But instead of just asking, you make somebody else feel bad by subtweeting them or anything. Like we as a society have to come together and be able to unite and make each other feel welcome and loved, and we don't do that. I don't know, life has just hit me in a bunch of different weird ways. I got accepted into a college, I got nominated for best costumes. Like, so many good things have happened this past week that I want to share with, not share with, like, show off, be like, hey, look at me, I did all these cool things. But you brag to your friends, you tell the people that you care about, not the whole world. The whole world does not need to know your business. And when you do get to see those people, you can catch up with them and get to meet and do all these amazing things. But I would suggest for anybody who is feeling down or needs a break to just stop with social media. Take a day off. Take a week off. I'm going on 7 weeks right now, and I'm really debating about getting back on. I know I want to get back on to post about this and to share my experience with y'all, but do people that don't really care about your life really deserve to know? I don't know, because before I would post things on my story to make my exes jealous. To show, oh, look, I'm perfectly fine without you, but obviously I wasn't if I needed their approval or needed them to see it. And honestly, not knowing what's going on in their life and not knowing what's going on in my life has made it better. You kind of forget about them. You don't, it doesn't matter. And then we do immature things like block the people so we don't have to see them. But that's ridiculous. If you don't want to watch somebody's Snapchat story, don't click on it. If you don't want to see someone's tweet, don't read it. Don't follow them. If you're not really friends with somebody, then why are you friends with them on social media? To get the attention from them? I don't know. I don't have all the answers, and I don't think anybody does, but taking a break from social media has really helped me try to have a better relationship with God. I honestly have prayed more than ever because I'm not seeing any of these people anymore. So I don't know if they're happy or if they're doing this or that, or if so I sit down and pray about them. I ask God to watch over them and make sure that they're happy and doing the best that they can, and if they get lost, to help them find their way back, because who am I to know all the answers? Who are you to know all the answers? But I think we all should be a little kinder. Maybe next time you want to subtweet, actually talk to the person you're subtweeting about. Next time you start obsessing about likes or retweets or views, get away from social media for a day. Realize that the amount of likes you get on a picture doesn't reflect you as a person. The way you treat other people reflect you as a person. The way you create yourself in person is the way who you are, not some fake altered version of you on social media is ever going to reflect you as a person. You have to be who you are to the people you talk to every day. And to be negative on social media or to be a hateful source, you never know. You never know how what you say is going to impact somebody. You don't know what they're going through, their home life, their friends. I'm tired of sitting back and letting the world kind of destroy me, kind of tear me down, looking for people's approval. And I am so glad that I pushed myself to get off social media. The first day was so hard, and there were points in it where I was like, this is stupid, I want to be done with this. But now, coming to the end, I've learned so much about myself. I know who I am as a person. I know what I want to be. And I don't need anybody else's approval. I need my own approval. We're not really friends, then do you deserve to know my happiness? Do you deserve to know my sadness? Do you deserve to know my fears and my worries? But I have been incredibly happy. So happy. I was doing the show and it was advancing and I was having so much fun, and I was doing it with the people I love, and I got to share it with my boyfriend, and I got to share it with my best friend who wasn't in the show, and my family. But do you really need to share it with anybody else besides the people you truly care about? No. We need to be happy, and being happy begins with yourself. You have to find a way to love yourself and to not need people's approvals to make yourself happy. And I think that's the biggest thing I've learned is it doesn't matter how many likes I get in a picture. It doesn't matter how many retweets I get, how many views on a Snapchat story, because if you're truly happy, you get to live in that moment instead of pretending that you're not by posting it instead. I think this generation has it the worst. We have grown up wanting approval and wanting likes and wanting this and wanting followers, and kind of step away, you feel empowered. And people, when I tell them I'm still on my social media cleanse, they're like, what? That didn't end? You're still not on Instagram or Twitter? No. And it's great. I hope that my words meant something to you. My experience has taught me a lot about myself. And I encourage everybody else to take a step back for a few hours, a day, a week, and to live, to be with the people you're around and not constantly having to check what other people are doing. I hope my words could help you in your journey and maybe make yourself better and maybe help other people. So thank you. Thank you for listening to this, if you ended up actually listening to all of this, because I talked for a really long time, and I think we are all capable of being the best we can, but when we look for other people's approval and we want other people's approval on us, we're not ever going to be the best versions of ourselves. So just think about it, maybe.